First contact. The vast expanse of space had always called to humanity, a siren song of endless possibilities and untold wonders. For centuries, we had gazed up at the stars, wondering if we were alone in the universe. On a crisp autumn morning in 2047, we finally got our answer. Dr. Amelia Chen sat bolt upright in her chair, her eyes wide with disbelief as she stared at the monitors before her. The radio telescope array at the SETI Institute had picked up something extraordinary, a signal, not the random noise of cosmic background radiation or the steady pulse of a pulsar, but a clear, repeating pattern that could only be artificial in origin. "Holy shit," she whispered, her fingers flying across the keyboard as she ran the signal through various filters and analysis programs. "This is it. This is really it." With trembling hands, she reached for her phone and dialed a number she knew by heart. "Director Reeds, you need to come down here right now. We've got a confirmed signal from Proxima Centauri." The next few hours were a blur of activity as news of the discovery spread like wildfire through the scientific community and beyond. Government officials were briefed, press conferences were hastily arranged, and social media exploded with speculation and excitement. As the world reeled from the revelation that we were not alone in the universe, a select group of individuals was already preparing for humanity's next great leap. Captain Jack Harper stood at attention in the Oval Office, his piercing blue eyes fixed on a point just above the president's head. At 35, he was the youngest person ever to achieve the rank of captain in the newly formed United Earth Space Force. His record was impeccable, his skills unmatched, and his dedication to duty absolute. "Captain Harper," the president began, her voice grave. "You understand the magnitude of what we're about to undertake." "Yes, Madam President," Jack replied without hesitation. "The fate of our entire species may hinge on this mission." The president nodded, a hint of a smile playing at the corners of her mouth. "That's why we've chosen you to lead it. You'll be working with an international team of the brightest minds we have. Your mission is to make contact with the aliens and establish peaceful relations if possible. But make no mistake, Captain, if they prove hostile, you're authorized to take whatever action necessary to protect Earth." Jack's jaw tightened almost imperceptibly. "Understood, Madam President. We won't let you down." As he left the White House, Jack's mind was already racing with plans and preparations. He knew the team he'd be working with by reputation only, but their credentials were impressive. Dr. Amelia Chen, the astrophysicist who had first detected the alien signal, would be joining them as the mission's chief science officer. Her brilliant mind and unquenchable curiosity would be invaluable in understanding the alien technology they might encounter. Zara Okafor, a linguistic prodigy who had developed revolutionary algorithms for decoding unknown languages, would be tasked with establishing communication with the aliens. Her ability to find patterns in seemingly random data had already proved crucial in deciphering parts of the alien message. Rounding out the core team was Dmitry Volkov, a former Russian Spetsnaz operative turned xenobiologist. His unique combination of combat skills and scientific knowledge made him the perfect candidate for handling any unexpected biological threats they might face. As Jack reviewed their files, he couldn't help but feel a sense of pride and excitement. This was the team that would make history, the ones who would take humanity's first steps into a larger universe. The next few weeks were a whirlwind of preparation. The best minds on Earth worked tirelessly to upgrade the experimental faster-than-light drive that would carry them to Proxima Centauri. Engineers and scientists labored around the clock to outfit the starship Heroism with everything the team might need for their journey into the unknown. Jack spent every waking moment studying the alien signal, poring over the mission parameters, and getting to know his team. He pushed them hard in training simulations, testing their limits and forging them into a cohesive unit. As the launch date approached, the excitement and tension were palpable. Millions around the world watched as the Horizon was moved to its launch pad, a gleaming testament to human ingenuity and determination. The night before launch, Jack stood alone on the observation deck of the Space Center, gazing up at the stars. Tomorrow, they would be up there, venturing further than any human had ever gone before. The weight of responsibility settled heavily on his shoulders, but along with it came a fierce determination. Whatever challenges lay ahead, whatever dangers they might face, he knew that humanity was ready. As the first rays of dawn broke over the horizon, Jack made his way to the ready room where his team was assembling. Amelia was reviewing last-minute data on her tablet, her brow furrowed in concentration. Zara was muttering to herself in a dozen different languages, her mind already reaching out to the stars. Dmitri sat quietly in the corner, his eyes closed in meditation, centering himself for the journey ahead. Jack cleared his throat, and all eyes turned to him. This is it, team. In a few hours, we'll be making history. Whatever happens out there, I want you to remember this moment. Remember why we're doing this. We carry with us the hopes and dreams of our entire species. We go not just as explorers, but as ambassadors for all of humanity. He looked each of them in the eye, seeing the mix of excitement and nervousness reflected back at him. I know you are best at what you do. I trust each of you with my life, and with the future of our world. Together, we're going to show the universe what humanity is capable of. As they donned their flight suits and made their way to the launch pad, a sense of calm determination settled over the team. They had trained for this, prepared for every contingency they could imagine. Now it was time to face the unknown. The horizon stood before them, a marvel of human engineering and the culmination of centuries of scientific progress. As they climbed aboard and strapped themselves in, Jack felt a surge of pride and anticipation. Horizon, this is Mission Control, a voice crackled over the comms. You will go for launch. Godspeed and good luck. Jack took a deep breath, his hand hovering over the launch controls. He looked at his team, saw the readiness in their eyes, and smiled. Well, folks, he said, let's go make some history. With a thunderous roar, the horizon lifted off, carrying humanity's best and brightest into the star-studded darkness of space. As the blue marble of Earth receded behind them, Jack couldn't help but feel a sense of awe at the magnitude of what they were undertaking. Whatever lay ahead, whatever challenges they might face, he knew one thing for certain: humanity was no longer content to simply watch the stars. It was time to act, to take our place among them. And Jack Harper and his team were leading the way. As the horizon accelerated towards the edge of the solar system, preparing for its historic jump to faster-than-light speed, the crew settled in for the long journey ahead. They were leaving behind everything they had ever known, venturing into a universe of infinite possibilities. The signal from Proxima Centauri beckoned, promising either the greatest alliance in human history or the most terrible threat we have ever faced. But whatever awaited them among the stars, Jack and his team were ready. They were humanity's best hope, carrying with them the indomitable spirit that had taken our species from cave-dwelling primates to interstellar explorers. The future was unwritten, and they held the pen. As the stars blurred around them and the horizon leaped into the unknown, Jack Harper allowed himself a small smile. All right, universe, he thought, show us what you've got. The quantum leap. As the horizon hurtled through the quantum foam of hyperspace, Captain Jack Harper found himself grappling with a sensation he'd never experienced before, the feeling of being everywhere and nowhere at once. The faster-than-light drive, dubbed the Einstein-Rosen Bridge, or ERB for short, was pushing the boundaries of known physics, and with it, the limits of human perception. Status report, Jack called out, his voice steady despite the surreal environment surrounding them. Dr. Amelia Chen's fingers danced across her holographic interface, her eyes darting between streams of data. ERB is functioning within expected parameters, Captain. We're maintaining a stable wormhole trajectory towards Proxima Centauri. Zara Okafor, the linguistics prodigy, was hunched over her workstation, her brow furrowed in concentration. Captain, I'm detecting some anomalies in the alien signal. It's as if the message is evolving. Jack raised an eyebrow. Evolving? What do you mean? It's difficult to explain, Zara replied, frustration evident in her voice. The base pattern remains the same, but there are subtle variations emerging. Almost like the signal is learning. Before Jack could respond, Dmitry Volkov's gruff voice cut through the tension. Captain, we've got company. All eyes turned to the main view screen, where a swirling vortex of colors had materialized. At its center, a sleek, otherworldly vessel emerged, its surface shimmering with an iridescent glow that seemed to bend light around it. My God, Amelia whispered, her scientific curiosity overriding her initial shock. That ship, it's not just traveling through space, it's manipulating it. Jack's mind raced, years of training kicking in as he assessed the situation. Zara, any response to our hails? Zara shook her head, her eyes never leaving her console. Nothing yet, Captain. But, wait. The signal, it's changing again. I think they're trying to communicate directly through the quantum field. Suddenly, the ship lurched, throwing the crew against their restraints. Alarms blared as the Horizon systems went haywire. What the hell was that? Jack demanded, his fingers flying over the controls. Amelia's voice was tight with tension. Some kind of quantum entanglement beam. They've linked their ship to ours at the subatomic level. I've never seen anything like this. As if on cue, the air in the center of the bridge began to shimmer and distort. Dmitry was on his feet in an instant, weapon drawn, as a figure began to materialize before their eyes. The alien that appeared was unlike anything they had imagined. Its body seemed to shift and flow, more energy than matter, with patterns of light dancing across its surface that reminded Jack of the quantum foam they'd been traveling through. Greetings, travelers, a voice echoed in their minds, bypassing their ears entirely. We are the Quanta. We have been waiting a long time for you to join us. Jack stepped forward, his posture a mixture of caution and diplomatic openness. I'm Captain Jack Harper of the Earth ship Horizon. We come in peace, seeking to establish contact with your civilization. The Quanta's form rippled, a gesture that might have been amusement or acknowledgement. Peace is a concept rooted in linear time, Captain Harper. We exist beyond such constraints, but we welcome your presence nonetheless. Zora's eyes widened as understanding dawned. The signal, it wasn't just a message. It was a quantum key, wasn't it? A key to your realm. Perceptive, young one, the Quanta replied. Your species has taken its first steps into the quantum universe, but there is much for you to learn, and much for us to learn from you. Amelia couldn't contain her scientific curiosity any longer. Your technology, it's incredible. How do you manipulate space-time so effortlessly? The Quanta's form shimmered again. What you call technology, we simply call existence. We are one with the quantum fabric of reality. And now so are you. Jack felt a chill run down his spine. What do you mean, so are we? Your journey through the Einstein-Rosen bridge has changed you, Captain, the Quanta explained. Your very atoms have been entangled with the quantum realm. You are no longer bound by the laws of classical physics. As if to demonstrate, the Quanta gestured, and suddenly the crew found themselves floating, the artificial gravity of the ship no longer affecting them. Holy shit, Dmitry muttered, his usual stoicism cracking in the face of this impossible situation. Jack's mind reeled with the implications. They had come seeking first contact, but this was beyond anything they had prepared for. They weren't just meeting aliens, they were being initiated into a whole new level of existence. Why us? Jack asked, trying to keep his voice steady. Why make contact with humanity now? The Quanta's form coalesced into a more defined shape, almost humanoid, but still shimmering with quantum energy. Because, Captain Harper, the universe is changing. Forces are stirring that threaten the very fabric of reality. We have watched your species grow, seen your potential. Now, we need your help. Jack exchanged glances with his crew, seeing his own mix of excitement and apprehension reflected in their eyes. This mission had just become something far greater than they had ever imagined. "What kind of help?" Jack asked, already knowing that whatever the answer, it would change the course of human history forever. The Quanta's response sent a shiver through the entire crew. "We need you to help us save existence itself." As the implications of the Quanta's words sank in, the Horizon hung suspended in the quantum foam, a tiny vessel caught in the currents of cosmic forces beyond human comprehension. The crew of the Horizon had set out to make first contact, but they now found themselves on the brink of a journey that would challenge everything they thought they knew about reality, existence, and their place in the universe. Jack Harper took a deep breath, squaring his shoulders as he faced the shimmering form of the Quanta. "All right," he said, his voice filled with determination. "Tell us what we need to do." And with those words, humanity took its first step into a larger, stranger, and infinitely more wondrous universe than they had ever dreamed possible. The Quantum Crucible. As the crew of the Horizon grappled with their newfound quantum existence, the very fabric of reality seemed to pulse around them. Captain Jack Harper felt a tingling sensation throughout his body, as if every atom was vibrating in harmony with the universe itself. "All right, Quanta," Jack said, his voice steady despite the surreal situation. "You said existence itself is at stake. What exactly are we up against?" The Quanta's form shimmered, coalescing into a swirling vortex of light and energy. "We face an ancient enemy, one that seeks to unravel the very threads of the multiverse. They are known as the Entropy Eaters." Zora's eyes widened. "Entropy Eaters? You mean they consume disorder?" "Precisely," the Quanta replied. "They feed on the chaos of the universe, accelerating its heat death. If left unchecked, they will devour all of existence, leaving nothing but a cold, empty void." Dr. Amelia Chen's scientific mind was racing. "But that's impossible. Entropy is a fundamental law of thermodynamics. You can't just eat it." The Quanta's form pulsed with what might have been amusement. "Your laws of physics are but a small subset of the greater cosmic reality, Dr. Chen. The Entropy Eaters exist outside these constraints, in the spaces between universes." Dmitri, ever the pragmatist, cut to the chase. "So how do we stop them?" "With the power of human consciousness," the Quanta replied, causing a ripple of confusion among the crew. Jack raised an eyebrow. "I'm sorry, what?" "Your species possesses a unique gift," the Quanta explained. "The ability to collapse quantum wave functions through observation. In essence, you shape reality merely by perceiving it." Amelia's jaw dropped. "You're talking about the double-slit experiment. But that's just subatomic particles. You can't mean." "On a cosmic scale, your consciousness is a force of nature," the Quanta continued. "The Entropy Eaters cannot be defeated by conventional means. They must be observed out of existence." The implications were staggering. Jack felt the weight of the universe settling on his shoulders. "So, what? We just look at them really hard." "Not quite," the Quanta replied. "We must amplify your perceptive abilities. For that, we need the cosmic cognition engine." Zora's eyes lit up with recognition. The signal. That's what it was about, wasn't it? Instructions for building this engine. The Quanta's form rippled in affirmation. The signal was a quantum blueprint, encoded in the very fabric of space-time. But only a spacefaring civilization with quantum entanglement capabilities could decode it fully. "Lucky us," Dmitri muttered. Jack's mind was reeling, but he forced himself to focus. "All right, so we build this cosmic cognition engine. Then what?" "Then," the Quanta said, its form expanding to encompass the entire bridge, "we take the fight to the Entropy Eaters in the space between spaces." Suddenly, the Horizon shuddered violently. Alarms blared as the ship's systems went haywire. "What the hell?" Jack shouted, struggling to maintain his footing as reality seemed to warp around them. Amelia's fingers flew across her console. "Quantum fluctuations off the charts. It's like reality is tearing apart. The viewscreen erupted in a kaleidoscope of impossible colors. Through the chaos, they saw it, a massive, writhing form of pure darkness, punctuated by pinpricks of dying light. The entropy eaters, the Quanta's voice resonated through their minds. They found us. As the crew watched in horror, the cosmic monstrosity began to consume the very stars around it, leaving nothing but empty, lifeless void in its wake. "We're out of time," the Quanta declared. "We must construct the cosmic cognition engine now, or all is lost." Jack's jaw set with determination. He turned to his crew, seeing the same mix of fear and resolve in their eyes. "You heard the interdimensional energy being. Let's save the universe." What followed was a frenzy of activity unlike anything the crew had ever experienced. Guided by the Quanta's quantum knowledge and fueled by their own desperate ingenuity, they began to construct the cosmic cognition engine. Amelia reconfigured the ship's power systems, channeling the energy of 1,000 suns into a containment field of her own design. Zora's linguistic algorithms, originally meant to decode alien languages, were repurposed to translate human thought into pure quantum information. Dimitri, drawing on his unique blend of combat experience and xenobiology, worked to fortify the crew's minds and bodies against the strain of cosmic perception. And Jack, at the heart of it all, coordinated their efforts while maintaining a tenuous connection to their own reality. As they worked, the universe seemed to hold its breath. Stars flickered and died around them, consumed by the ever-expanding reach of the entropy eaters. The very fabric of space-time groaned under the strain of cosmic forces beyond human comprehension. Finally, after what felt like both an eternity and a single moment, the cosmic cognition engine hummed to life. It was a marvel of quantum engineering, a perfect fusion of human innovation and cosmic wisdom. "It's ready," Jack announced, his voice filled with equal parts exhaustion and anticipation. The Quanta's form pulsed with approval. "Then it is time. Prepare yourselves, humans. You are about to perceive reality as it truly is." As one, the crew of the Horizon connected to the cosmic cognition engine. In that instant, their consciousness expanded beyond the confines of their physical forms, beyond the limits of their universe. They saw the multiverse in all its infinite glory, countless realities layered upon each other like the pages of a cosmic book. And there, in the spaces between, lurked the entropy eaters, vast and terrible in their hunger. "Now," the Quanta's voice echoed through their expanded minds, "observe them. Perceive them in all their terrible glory, and in doing so, define them out of existence." With a collective effort of will that transcended human understanding, the crew of the Horizon focused their amplified consciousness on the entropy eaters. They observed the cosmic monstrosities in excruciating detail, from the macro scale of their universe-devouring forms to the quantum level of their reality-defying existence. Reality itself seemed to warp and buckle under the weight of their perception. The entropy eaters, for the first time in their unfathomable existence, found themselves subject to the laws of physics they had so long ignored. With a silent scream that echoed across the multiverse, the entropy eaters began to unravel. Their form, once as vast and inevitable as entropy itself, collapsed under the weight of human observation. In a blinding flash of quantum energy, it was over. The entropy eaters were gone, observed out of existence by the combined will of humanity's finest. As their consciousness returned to their bodies, the crew of the Horizon found themselves forever changed. They had peered behind the veil of reality and emerged victorious. The Quanta's form shimmered with what could only be described as joy. "You have done it, humans. You have saved not just your universe, but all universes. The multiverse owes you a debt that can never be repaid." Jack, his mind still reeling from the cosmic experience, managed a weary smile. Just another day at the office for the crew of the Horizon. As the ship hung suspended in the quantum foam, the crew knew that their journey was far from over. They had taken humanity's first steps into a larger universe, and there was no going back. The cosmos, in all its infinite wonder and terror, awaited them. and they were ready to face whatever came next, armed with the knowledge that the power to shape reality lay within their very minds. The age of quantum humanity had begun, the cosmic renaissance. As the Horizon drifted through the quantum foam, its crew forever altered by their cosmic encounter, Captain Jack Harper felt a strange tingling at the base of his skull. It was as if the universe itself was trying to communicate with him. "Everyone feeling okay?" Jack asked, his voice carrying an otherworldly resonance. Dr. Amelia Chen flexed her fingers, watching in fascination as quantum particles danced around them. "I feel connected to everything." Zora Okafor's eyes glowed with an inner light as she spoke, her words echoing in multiple dimensions. "The language of the cosmos. I can understand it now." Dmitry Volkov, usually stoic, looked awestruck. "I can see the quantum strings that bind reality together. It's beautiful." The Quantus form shimmered into existence, its energy intertwining with the crew's newfound abilities. "You have transcended your former limitations. Welcome to the next stage of cosmic evolution." Suddenly, alarms blared throughout the ship. The viewscreen erupted in a cacophony of colors and shapes that defied human comprehension. "What's happening?" Jack demanded, his enhanced senses overwhelmed by the influx of information. Amelia's fingers danced across her console, interfacing directly with the ship's quantum computer. It's a dimensional rift. The destruction of the entropy eaters has caused a cascade effect across the multiverse." The Quantus form pulsed urgently. "The cosmic balance has been disrupted. We must act quickly to prevent a multiversal collapse." Jack's mind raced, processing information at speeds that would have been impossible mere hours ago. "What do we need to do?" "We must initiate the cosmic renaissance," the Quanta replied. "A rebirth of reality itself, guided by your unique human perspective." Zora's eyes widened in realization. "The cosmic cognition engine. We can use it to reshape the multiverse." Mitri nodded, his tactical mind already formulating a plan. "But we'll need to stabilize the dimensional rifts first." "Agreed," Jack said, his voice carrying the weight of command. "Amelia, reconfigure the Einstein-Rosen bridge to emit quantum stabilization waves." "Zora, use your newfound linguistic abilities to communicate with the fabric of space-time itself." "Dmitri, I need you to use your combat experience to defend us against any interdimensional threats that might emerge." As the crew sprang into action, reality itself seemed to bend around the horizon. Cosmic forces beyond human comprehension swirled and clashed, threatening to tear apart the very fabric of existence. Amelia's fingers blurred as she interfaced directly with the ship's systems, her consciousness expanding to encompass the intricacies of quantum mechanics. The Einstein-Rosen bridge hummed to life, emitting waves of stabilizing energy that rippled across the dimensional rifts. Zara stood at the center of the bridge, her eyes closed in deep concentration. Her voice, speaking in a language that transcended human understanding, resonated through the ship and beyond. The very strings of reality seemed to vibrate in harmony with her words. Dmitri took up a defensive stance, his body glowing with quantum energy. As interdimensional anomalies began to materialize around the ship, he moved with impossible speed and precision, neutralizing threats before they could fully manifest. Jack, at the heart of it all, directed the cosmic cognition engine with the full force of his enhanced consciousness. He could feel the weight of countless realities pressing against his mind, each one crying out for salvation. "Focus, everyone," Jack called out, his voice echoing across dimensions. "We're not just saving our universe now. We're reshaping the entire multiverse." As the crew pushed their newfound abilities to the limit, the Quantus form expanded, merging with the ship and its occupants. "Now, humans, unleash your imagination. Shape reality as you see fit." In that moment, the crew of the Horizon became one with the cosmos. Their thoughts and dreams, hopes and fears, all merged into a singular vision of what the multiverse could be. They saw a reality where the laws of physics were not cold, immutable rules, but a canvas for endless creation. They envisioned universes where consciousness and matter were intertwined, where the power of thought could move mountains and create stars. As their shared vision took form, the dimensional rifts began to stabilize. The chaotic energies that had threatened to tear reality apart were instead channeled into a grand cosmic renewal. Stars were born and died in the blink of an eye. Entire galaxies reshaped themselves according to the crew's collective will. The boundaries between dimensions blurred and shifted, creating new realms of existence that defied traditional understanding. Throughout it all, the essence of humanity remained at the core. The multiverse, reborn through the lens of human experience, became a place of infinite possibility and wonder. As the cosmic renaissance reached its climax, the crew of the Horizon found themselves back on their ship, forever changed by the experience. Jack looked at his team, seeing the awe and wonder reflected in their eyes. Did we really just do that? The Qantas form shimmered with approval. You have done more than save the multiverse, humans. You have elevated it. Your unique perspective, your ability to dream and create, has ushered in a new era of cosmic evolution. Amelia's voice was filled with wonder as she examined the readings on her console. The laws of physics, they're different now, more flexible. Zora nodded, her eyes glowing with newfound knowledge. I can hear the song of creation itself. It's beautiful. Mitri, for once, allowed himself a smile. We have become the defenders of reality itself, a cosmic immune system. As the implications of their actions sank in, Jack felt a mix of exhilaration and trepidation. So what happens now? Where do we go from here? The Qantas form expanded, encompassing the entire bridge. Now, Captain Harper, you and your crew stand at the forefront of a new age. The cosmic renaissance has only just begun, and humanity will play a crucial role in shaping the destiny of the multiverse. As the Horizon drifted through the newborn cosmos, its crew knew that their journey was far from over. They had transcended the boundaries of human existence, becoming something new, something greater. The multiverse, reshaped by human imagination and will, stretched out before them, an infinite canvas of possibility waiting to be explored. And at the heart of it all, the crew of the Horizon stood ready to face whatever wonders and challenges awaited them in this brave new reality. The age of cosmic humanity had dawned, and the greatest adventure in the history of existence was just beginning. The Quantum Nexus. As the Horizon glided through the newly reborn multiverse, Captain Jack Harper and his crew found themselves at the epicenter of a cosmic evolution unlike anything humanity had ever experienced. The ship itself had become a living entity, a quantum construct pulsing with the energy of 1,000 realities. Status report, Jack called out, his voice resonating across multiple dimensions simultaneously. Dr. Amelia Chen's fingers danced through holographic displays that seemed to exist in several planes at once. Captain, our quantum signature is fluctuating. We're not just traveling through space-time anymore, we're phase-shifting between realities. Zora Okif's eyes glowed with an otherworldly light as she interpreted the cosmic data streaming through her consciousness. I'm detecting echoes, quantum echoes of Earth, but different. Parallel Earths, millions of them, all converging on a single point in the multiverse. Dmitry Volkov, his body shimmering with barely contained energy, scanned the interdimensional horizon. There's something out there, Captain, a structure of some kind, existing between the folds of reality. The Qantas form materialized, its energy intertwining with the ship's systems. You perceive the quantum nexus, the focal point of all realities. It is here that the fate of the multiverse will be decided. As if on cue, the view screen erupted in a kaleidoscope of impossible geometries. At the center of it all stood a massive structure that defied comprehension, the quantum nexus. It appeared as a colossal, multidimensional spiderweb, each strand a pathway to a different reality. By the cosmic code, Amelia breathed, her scientific mind struggling to process what she was seeing. It's a junction point for every possible timeline, every potential future. Jack's enhanced senses took in the magnitude of the nexus, feeling the weight of infinite possibilities pressing against his consciousness. Why have we been brought here? The Quantus form pulsed urgently. The cosmic renaissance you initiated has set in motion events beyond even our understanding. The quantum nexus has become unstable, threatening the cohesion of the entire multiverse. Zora's eyes widened as she deciphered the complex quantum language surrounding them. It's a confluence of probabilities. Every choice, every decision made across all realities is causing quantum fluctuations. The nexus is being overwhelmed. Dmitri's tactical mind quickly grasped the implications. If the nexus collapses, then all of reality collapses with it, the Quanta finished grimly. Jack squared his shoulders, his resolve hardening. Not on our watch. What do we need to do? We must stabilize the nexus, the Quanta explained. But to do so, you must journey to its core and become one with the quantum framework itself. Amelia's fingers flew across her console, reconfiguring the ship's systems. I can modify our quantum drive to get us there, but, Captain, the energy levels are off the charts. Our physical forms might not survive the transition. Jack exchanged glances with his crew, seeing the same determination reflected in their eyes. We've come too far to turn back now. Whatever it takes, we do this. For Earth, for every Earth, for all of existence. As the horizon approached the quantum nexus, reality itself seemed to warp and twist around them. The ship phased in and out of multiple dimensions, each transition sending shockwaves of energy through the crew's enhanced bodies. Brace for quantum insertion, Amelia called out, her voice strained as she fought to keep the ship intact. With a blinding flash of multidimensional energy, the horizon plunged into the heart of the quantum nexus. The crew found their consciousness expanded beyond anything they had experienced before, becoming one with the very fabric of the multiverse. In this state of cosmic awareness, they could see the intricate web of cause and effect that bound all realities together. Every decision, every random quantum fluctuation created new branches in the timeline, new potentials to be explored. But they also saw the strain on the nexus, the weight of infinite possibilities threatening to tear it apart. We need to stabilize it, Jack's thoughts reverberated through the quantum framework. But how? Zora's consciousness, attuned to the language of the cosmos, pulsed with sudden insight. We need to harmonize the quantum frequencies, like tuning a cosmic instrument. Dmitri's tactical expertise, enhanced by his newfound cosmic awareness, quickly formulated a strategy. If we position ourselves at key nodes in the nexus, we can create a resonance field to dampen the fluctuations. Amelia's scientific genius, now operating on a multiversal scale, expanded on the idea. Yes, we can use our own quantum signatures as anchor points, creating a stable framework for the entire multiverse. As one, the crew of the Horizon spread their consciousness across the quantum nexus. They became living linchpins, their very essence woven into the fabric of reality itself. Jack, at the center of it all, felt the weight of every possible future pressing against his mind. He saw timelines where humanity reached the stars and others where they destroyed themselves. He witnessed the birth and death of countless civilizations, the rise and fall of entire universes. With a supreme effort of will, Jack began to channel the chaotic energies of the Nexus, using his own consciousness as a conduit. His crew followed suit, each becoming a pillar of stability in the cosmic storm. The Quanta's energy merged with theirs, its ancient wisdom guiding their efforts. You must find the balance, its thoughts echoed through the quantum field, not to control, but to harmonize, to create a symphony from the chaos. As the crew pushed their newfound abilities to their absolute limit, something miraculous began to happen. The wild fluctuations of the quantum nexus began to stabilize, settling into a harmonious rhythm that resonated across all realities. In that moment of perfect cosmic harmony, the crew of the Horizon glimpsed the true nature of existence, not a fixed, deterministic universe, but an ever-evolving tapestry of infinite potential. With a final surge of energy, they locked the quantum nexus into its new, stable configuration. The multiverse, once on the brink of collapse, now pulsed with renewed vitality. As their consciousness returned to their physical forms, the crew found themselves forever changed. They were no longer merely human, but living embodiments of the cosmic forces they had helped to shape. The Quantus form shimmered with approval and awe. "You have done the impossible. You have not just saved the multiverse, you have elevated it to a new plane of existence." Jack looked at his crew, seeing the cosmic fire that now burned in their eyes. "So what happens now? Where do we go from here?" The Quantus response filled them with a sense of infinite possibility. "Now, Captain Harper, you and your crew stand at the threshold of a new era. You have become the quantum guardians, the protectors and shapers of all realities." As the Horizon drifted in the heart of the quantum nexus, its crew knew that their greatest adventures were still to come. They had transcended the boundaries of humanity, becoming something new, something cosmic. The multiverse, stabilized and harmonized by their efforts, stretched out before them, an infinite canvas of possibility waiting to be explored. And at the heart of it all, the crew of the Horizon stood ready to face whatever wonders and challenges awaited them in this brave new reality. The age of the Quantum Guardians had begun, and the greatest story in the history of the multiverse was about to unfold.